Hi, GVA, Mr. Ruley here for today's edition of Story Time. And it is a special edition for sure because we are going to be finishing up Book 1 of Dragon Master's Rise of the Earth Dragon by Tracy West today. So here we're going to be continuing with Chapter 14. Let me go ahead and look at my notes here. All right. Oh, that's right. Last time we were reading, they got stuck in the tunnel while they were sneaking out. The tunnel collapsed all around them. How do you think they're going to get out? Let's read and find out. Chapter 14, entitled Trapped. Drake ducked as dirt rained down. He closed his eyes tight. Then the shaking stopped. Drake opened his eyes. All the candles had gone out. He looked behind him in the darkness. Worm, are you all right? All right. So that cave is collapsing all around him. Let's see if they can get out of here. Well, Worm looked fine. In fact, he didn't have any dust on him. Everybody else was pretty dirty. Is everybody okay? Drake asked. Anna was on the ground. Bo helped her up. I'm fine, she said. That was scary, though. Rory walked over. I'm sorry, she said. I don't know why that weird ball of light made Vulcan freak out. You remember that red glowing ball of light? That's what kind of scared everybody. Drake looked around. Thankfully, it's gone now. We should get back, Bo said nervously. Drake looked past Worm. The tunnel was blocked with rocks and dirt. I don't think we can, Drake said. The way outside is blocked too, Rory said. We're trapped, said Bo. He turned pale. Anna's dragon made a sad sound. It's okay, Khepri, Anna said, stroking Khepri's snout. Can you give us some light, please? Khepri opened her mouth, and a beautiful white ball of light came out. The light hung in the air. That's a pretty good power to have there. You have the ability to light up a dark place. Vulcan is strong, Rory said. He should be able to push through the rocks. Vulcan was calmer now that the red orb was gone. He pushed at the rock wall, but the rocks didn't budge. Come on, Vulcan, Rory urged him. But Vulcan couldn't break through. Bo spoke up. I could have Shu blast through the rocks with water. Anna frowned. What if it doesn't work? Then the tunnel will fill with water. Everybody was quiet. They knew Anna was right. They were stuck. Drake looked at Worm. Sorry I got you into this, he whispered. Then Worm's green eyes started to glow. A green light swept from the top of Worm's head to the end of his tail. Is it time for Worm to shine? Literally. Drake jumped back. Worm? He felt something warm on his chest. He looked down to see that his dragonstone was glowing too. Anna, Rory, and Bo's mouths dropped open. They stared at Worm and Drake. Worm's green glow filled the tunnel. Drake, it looks like your dragon's going to explode, Rory yelled. Oh, what do you think is going to happen next? Well, let's find out right now. Let me look at my notes. Chapter 15. Oh, yeah. Do you think Worm's going to save the day? If so, how? Let's see. Well, he is an earth dragon. Chapter 15, Worm's Surprise. Worm didn't explode. Instead, the dragon closed his eyes. Then the rocks blocking the tunnel began to shake. What's happening? Bo yelled. Is Worm doing that? Asked Anna. What do you think, folks? Probably. I think he's using the power of his mind, Drake said. He wasn't sure how he knew. He just did. Rory, Anna, and Bo stepped back. The rocks kept shaking. Then... Poof! The rocks broke up into tiny pieces. Rock dust filled the air. Drake coughed, waving the dust away with his hand. All of the fallen rocks were gone, and the tunnel was clear again. Drake hugged Worm. You did it, Worm! We should get out of here before Vulcan sneezes from all this dust, said Rory. The last time he sneezed and turned my bread into toast. Because he breathes fire. Rory's right, said Bo. Let's get out of here. Ooh, do you think you could draw a really cool dragon like that? I bet you could. Just takes practice. Drake stepped through the pile of rubble and found himself face to face with Griffith. Simon the guard stood behind Griffith. You're all in big trouble, the wizard said. The whole castle is awake, and King Roland is furious. All right. Well, the last chapter, chapter 16. Now, this is the final chapter of this book, but keep in mind the saga continues. And I know Tracy West just announced that she's releasing book 18. Keep in mind we have books 1 through 17 available in the front office for you. All right. A couple of questions here. One, how does Griffith help? Seems to be a pretty helpful wizard. I want you to look for that one. And, of course, what do you think will happen after the end of this book? All right, chapter 16. Even though it's the last chapter, it's entitled Just the Beginning. Let's check this out. The group walked back through the tunnel in silence. 6 of the king's guards were waiting for them in the training room. One stepped forward as soon as they entered the room. King Roland wants a report, he barked. The Dragon Masters all looked to Griffith. He cleared his throat. Please tell King Roland that everything is fine, he said. The dragons tried to escape, but the Dragon Masters stopped them. But, Drake started to speak, but something about Griffith's look told him to stay quiet. The soldier nodded to Griffith. Very well, he said. Then the soldiers and Simon left. Drake turned to Griffith, but the dragons didn't do anything wrong, he said. Rory stepped forward. Drake is right. This was my fault. I wanted to take the dragons outside, she said. She turned to the Dragon Masters. I'm sorry. It was a bad idea. Agreed, said Griffith. Now tell me, how did you all get out of the collapsed tunnel? Well, Worm saved us, Rory cried. Anna nodded. He glowed all green. It was amazing. And he turned the rocks into dust, Bo added. Oops, I'll show you a picture there. Well, now they're all on Team Worm, aren't they? The wizard's eyes lit up. That's excellent! He grabbed Drake by the shoulders. I knew you could bring it out of him, Drake. Earth dragons have great power, Griffith said. Worm has been hiding his power. Until now, he glowed because he was using it. Is that why my dragonstone glowed too? Drake asked. No, the stone glows when you have a strong link with your dragon, Griffith said. The link is strong when you and your dragon can read each other's thoughts. It will happen to the other Dragon Masters too, in time. Which means that he's very well connected with his dragon. Drake remembered the words he had heard in his head. Thank you, Worm, he said, stroking him. You really saved us today. Wait, we forgot to tell you about the red ball of light, Rory piped up. That's what scared Vulcan. When it flew into the tunnel, he panicked and made the tunnel collapse. A cloud came over Griffith's face. Are you sure that you saw a red ball of light? All 4 Dragon Masters nodded. Griffith seems like he's a little concerned about that red orb, that red ball of light. Well, this is serious, Griffith said. Danger may be headed our way. Danger? Bo asked. Griffith patted Bo's head. For now, we are safe. Let's all get some sleep. As Drake led Worm back to his cave, he felt a strong connection to his dragon. He wasn't going back to the onion fields. This was his life now. A life full of dragons and magic and danger. He was a Dragon Master. All right, I hope you have enjoyed Book 1, Rise of the Earth Dragon from Tracy West. Great books here. I really did have a lot of fun reading it to you all. All right, folks, remember to read every day. You take good care. Bye now.